Oh, this is going to be powerful. Lawn care and landscaping flyers, spending money on advertising in your business. We have Jacob Levitt right now. He $400,000 in his business, 6 trucks, 5 crews, and he started flat broke with nothing. And today he's successful, and we're going to talk about the money he's spending inside of this coupon magazine and his return on investment, so you can learn what do you want to do with your business, and why would this work? Why does this even work in what you're doing? So we're just leaving the Lawn Care Life conference. Crazy thing is, we happen to be staying in the same hotel. I know Jacob Levitt from YouTube for years now, and we finally get to meet in person. And one of his work trucks broke down. Why he's in the back seat of our car is because he had to get his truck towed, and so we're just dropping him off on the way. We're in Alabama right now. Okay, check this out. Okay, so hold this up.
Yeah.
Okay, how much are you spending a month right now in marketing and advertising in your business?
Right now we're spending like right around $2,500 a month. We try to keep that about 12 months out of the year that we're spending. But in the winter, you know, as time slows down, you know, we try to spend less and less depending on what we have. But we've just been blessed this year. We've been able to just keep on going with our advertisement. And that's just one thing I've noticed about advertising and marketing is you can't quit. It's always constant. You always got to be pushing something out. If you can't afford like coupons, for example, you need to be pushing out brochures, flyers, emails, sending them out and just updating your customers and letting them know that you're still in business throughout the winter. A good thing that you can do while you're doing that is you're separating yourself from competition, is because last few years, you know, you get broke in the winters because you don't have any work rolling in. So if you're able to save for the winter, you're the only company out there on the market that's advertising in the winter. So competition definitely slows down, and you know, our phones have been steadily just keep on blowing up just because we're one of the few companies that are still advertising. And these coupons right here,
Geez, I want to ask him questions, but he's giving all the value. Keep going.
My bad.
No, it's good. You're saying all the right stuff. Keep going.
But no, it's but no, I think it's really important, and it's definitely made a big difference for us. And I know coupons
Show the
are
brochure
expensive.
you were talking about it.
Yeah, and we made these brochures here that we get printed off. And I used to print all these myself, but now I have it subbed out, and it's actually cheaper that we run them. On our brochures and everything, if you notice, they're like jam-packed with information about each one of our services that we provide. And you know, I used to in the beginning think that you know, like just keep it simple, don't put much in there, just put landscaping and put your phone number. But I found out for people to actually pull the trigger and make a commitment on any of your large projects, they want to know a lot about your company. So make sure that you're including as much information about your services, and then how you can make their property look attractive, or whatever type of niche that you're trying to fulfill, if it's lawn care, landscaping, irrigation,
okay, so
fertilization.
you got this the other one. So there's so many questions. I know that we can make an hour-long video about this. We're trying to jam-pack as much in as possible. So the brochures, tons of information. Did you hire somebody to write all that copy, or did you write all that yourself?
Actually, it's just content that I came up with myself that you know, over time of doing sales.
So you have a local print company, you send it out online and they send you stacks of them. Do you pass them out to each individual customer while you're giving the quote?
Absolutely. We call it a leave behind. Anytime that we leave an estimate, we leave behind a brochure with them, because they might be calling you for a irrigation diagnostic and they don't realize that you do complete outdoor entertainment areas. So you don't want to leave that customer with only thinking that you do irrigation or only do lawn care.
Ah, very smart. Got that. Okay, next thing. The coupon.
Yes.
How much you spending a month on those coupons?
About anywhere from $1,350 to $2,500, depending on what our current budget is for that month. But you can probably spend.
Who designed all the design? I like it. Hold it up close to the camera.
We kind of did the design here. We just sent them some pictures, and the company that actually mails these out, they'll give you a couple proofs and put it together for you and see if you like it.
Okay, I like that. So you said you have a good ROI on that. It's working well. It's your number one?
It's our number one.
Why? Talk about that.
It's probably 80% of our phone calls. In the beginning, we used to track every single phone call that came in and where we received that lead from, and we stopped looking at the numbers on the coupons because they paid for themselves. I'd say 80% of our phone calls actually come from these coupons.
Okay, and hold up real quick. What's actually on the coupon?
So actually on the coupon on this one here that we sent off, I normally do it like, so this one's free, $25 off, $100 off, and $250 off. Be sure if you're not running all the
we're in traffic.
road pack.
Drive right now. We got the dogs. Oh, the doggies! Oh my God, it's the babies. Quick turn on the freeway. Everything's okay. Back to the action. Back to the action. All right.
So you know, we do anywhere from, we always try to give a free coupon out there, but that's like, we do free stump grinding with the tree removal. So you're still making money. You don't want to just go out there for nothing. So we have a free stump grinding on this one. We ran a $25 off sprinkler winterization, $100 off landscape lighting install, and $250 off any hardscape install. But I do put down in the bottom description for 300 square foot or more, because you don't want somebody coming out there wanting you to build a little landing pad and then throw a $250 coupon at you.
So you're not looking at marketing and advertising your business as something like you should be doing or you do here and there. Like, this is like an absolute entire part of your business that is, what level of importance do you put that, and talk about that?
Your business will not grow without marketing. If people don't know that you're out there and that you exist, there's no way that your phone calls are going to ring. That's really unintelligent for you to think that you're in business and everybody knows now. So marketing is an absolute mandatory. Like, there's just no way you're going to get a customer base. And once you have that customer base, you can acquire some new or additional services, but you always need to be picking up new puppy doggies.
Just looking at your boots, man.
Oh yeah, pick up the puppy doggy.
This guy's in full uniform. Or keep going.
Yeah, no, it's but no, that's marketing's absolute must. I mean, I don't. There's no company out there that's successful that doesn't have a marketing plan, a marketing campaign. But I'll be honest, we don't have a full marketing campaign of every single month. This is exactly what we do. We need to, though. I mean, everybody has room to grow, and we're still growing as well. But it's nice when you have a little bit of money set back for the winter to advertise and keep your marketing plan going that way.
So what do you do? Open up a separate checking account for marketing, or do you just like keep in your head like, what is your play? What percentage of is there a specific percentage that you do of your gross annual revenue when you're marketing? Like, how do you calculate how much you should be spending?
That's a good question, Keith. You know, to be honest, if I was the best business owner out there, I would have like a certain percentage. That is important to have a certain percentage set back. We're not quite that detailed. It's kind of one of those, how much money do we currently have at the time? But definitely, we always have to have something set back in a savings that to keep that marketing going. We never dry up on sending out something. So if you can't afford a whole bunch, well, on a rain day, see if you can get a whole bunch of guys going out putting out signs or something to keep those phone calls still coming in, because that's your life source. That's your water. Like, you can't stop that water flow, because you will eventually dry up, and then you don't want to go through that spring of, it's like you're starting a new company every single spring. So that's my recommendation.
So what if a guy is afraid that he'll get too many leads and too many phone calls? How do you deal with that? And maybe you're afraid of letting people down or making promises you can't keep. But if the opposite happens, or think about that, like how do you, I'm talking about skimming the cream off the top.
Right.
How do you deal with all of the leads coming in, and how do you qualify them?
Absolutely. So if you can pre-qualify your leads, that's and that just comes with training over time of like answering the phones a lot, figuring out what type of customer you're on the phone with. If they're just trying to price check or what they're trying to do, you can just tell them like, well, you know, ask them a few questions about what they're doing. Ask them if they've gotten additional estimates. Ask them if they saved for this project. You know, you can pre-qualify some of them and kind of figure out what kind of customer you're dealing with. Too many leads has never scared me, because there's one simple thing that you can do: raise your prices. You know, get your guaranteed work, get 2 to 3 weeks out or whatever you're really comfortable with, and then from there say, hey, tell your sales team or tell yourself, you know, let's just raise our price by 10-15%, or let's raise our man-hour rate by $5 a man-hour. And then if you're still closing a lot of work, just keep bumping up your price slowly. I mean, and then try to get a higher profit margin on each of your jobs.
Nice. Okay, we're gonna stop right here. We're at about 10 minutes. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments below. And if Jacob has time, he'll come in and answer the questions. And maybe we'll do a follow-up video, because I know this probably inspired a whole bunch of questions. And I've been talking to him, and we broke bread and ate dinner last night, and did a lot of cool stuff, man. So, and then how this happened is because of the power of going to live events. If you need help in your business, maybe if you feel like you're out there all by yourself, you don't have anybody to relate to, plug into this community, plug into YouTube, Facebook groups, and come to live events. And even if you got to drive halfway, a couple states, it's worth it, because once you get around other like-minded small business owners and entrepreneurs that are going through the same thing you have or have gone through it, it's like a shortcut, right? You can get all this extremely valuable information where you can go home and then just plug this stuff into your business, and it'll help you tremendously. Let me know in the comments below what live events you go to, where you've gone, and what's coming up,
Absolutely, yeah, and definitely tag me in there. I'd be happy to help any of you guys out. I don't have near as much knowledge as what Keith Kalfas does, but guys, I mean, 5-6 years ago, I think I sent a video testimonial acting like a complete fool, but it was I was pumped up and I was ready to start my business and do it. And me and my wife have talked about this multiple times throughout our relationship, that maybe one day I'll actually meet Keith Kalfas. And I mean, this is really shell-shocking that I'm in the back seat of his car right now at a conference, and I was just like, hey bro, he's like, dude, I saw your shit getting towed, bro, is everything okay? And I was like, this is real embarrassing, but it all worked out. And it's the power of positive thinking, the power of positive attraction, and what you put out there comes back. And this just came back for me, and it's been a blessing. And I appreciate y'all. Anything I can do to help, let me know.
Fist bump, another fist bump. Ah!